That was it. That was it. I knew that's what it was. I could tell by the red mark. I just didn't look. My granddaughter used him yesterday to do her class. So, anyways, you know what's funny? I just want to say this before we all get started. Um, Poor Sovereign. I hate it that his channel got took down, and now he's starting over. And then Paul Enslaved gets in his sights. I've never liked Paul Enslaved. He, I mean, he's okay. I don't like to talk bad about anybody. He's all right. He seems arrogant, and I was waiting for there to be issues. I was, but I never thought that. I mean, I don't know. I guess I should like he acts like a little child on his streams sometimes. So again, what? I was just mentioning that. I think it's crazy. He didn't get his channel taken down again, but it's sad that he got it taken down the first time. And what kills me about that is people don't think that you know, he was talking about stuff that he only had 1,300 subscribers on that first channel, and then they took it down. Well, if it was so offensive, why didn't they just let the fool keep going? Or if it wasn't so offensive, let him keep going. You know what I mean? Like, if he's just saying stuff, let him keep doing it. Like, he's not hurting anybody. He didn't have that many subs. But I think he was on to something with some of the stuff he talks about, because that's why they deleted his ass. Um, and now he's starting over. Not you guys know I like Sovereign. Uh, he's a very intelligent person. He has good people. I like that new guy that's up there now. You know, it's interesting. I guess I don't know. Who Paul got banned for 90 days, and it should be for how he treats people, because he's rude. I got up there, they gave me a subscription. I was in his chat and I was talking, and Anonymous gave me a subscription. I didn't use it because I didn't like the way that they treated people. And I got up there, and they immediately started putting me down because of psychic soul senses. Like, he thought he knew what I was about. I'm a deep spiritual person, but I don't try to shove it down people's throats. And I always tell my subscribers, if you don't believe what I believe, let what I say go. Um, you know, I don't know. But Paul was starting to put me down, so I jumped off there, and I never used his subscription. I didn't like him. I'm right here, guys. I'm gonna look for a blood pressure pill. So, oh yeah. Oh, they took David's down because of talking down to people. Was that what it was, or the way he talked to people? Um, and that's another thing. If you have someone on your stream, like how they have those panels all the time, and I've thought about doing panels. Um, then you get somebody up there and they start getting your goose. Like, why do you have them back? You shouldn't have someone back that's going to keep getting you. He don't treat women well at all. Paul acts like he has a mommy issue, and I had said that. And you know what's funny? Out of those 20,000 subscribers he supposedly had, which he did on his other channel, he don't have that anymore. No one seems to want to listen to him anymore, which he keeps saying the same garbage all the time. And He's not doing anything productive, I guess. Yeah, you can't be calling people names. You can't be calling people stuff. Like, people don't like that. People don't want to be talked down to and treated. I don't, and I won't put up with it. So I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't treat someone like that. That's why, I had people when I was interviewing Beth. Um, they wanted me to get mean and have rough, tough questions. And like, look, I have nothing but respect for the woman. She's not done anything to disrespect me. So, but they wanted me to, cover their points of view. And I'm like, no, well, you interview her. Oh, you had the chance to interview her, but you didn't. Like, I took advantage of it both times. In fact, I think the 22nd, I might go down to the library and cover it. Her book signing, I don't know. But, so the moon just left Sagittarius a couple of days ago, and it was cool because during that time, like, I'm starting to have spiritual stuff happen, and I can't wait because usually it's really good. I'm going to record some crazy things are starting to go on, and I love those times. Paranormal stuff happens. Usually I get good stuff on recording. A lot of my recordings I've lost, but if I get anything good this time, because I'm going to record here in a couple nights, I will put it up. It's funny over on Jeebus's channel. He has on one of his shorts these little things you see flying in the sky. I see those out here all the time, but he's right on the river, so he probably gets stuff too. But anyways, if there's anybody up here in here, yep, it is right. That is right. I've worked in customer service almost my whole life, and I've worked with people in, on the network. It's the same thing. You're dealing with you want to treat these people right, and you have to have good communication skills. You're very right about that. That's a very good point. So, anyways, if anybody has any questions, you can go ahead and start posting your questions. I know sometimes I like to talk and chat, which is always pretty good. um, oh, I love that. You know what? Robbins, when Derek passed, he was telling me he was trying to tell me everything. I remember him even talking about CERN, his fund researching some CERN stuff today. But he was telling me, like, how angels show up. Sometimes you'll find dimes all over the house. I find dimes everywhere. I say that they're from angels. The big thing is the robins. Man, robins will come up just like they are talking to you. And will hang out and listen to you. You know that's a loved one. Loved ones can control animals easy. And that's how they ended up using a cat to get me to talk to God the first time. Because I love cats. And I think that they knew they could use a cat. And so I had that connection. I can understand them. He led me right up the hill to that rock and tree where I found God. And so that was cool. Animals, ravens came for your son. That is so cool. Animals are definitely easily manipulated. So Another thing I was thinking about, he always messed with the TV. And the girls, I sleep next to their playroom. Their room, my room's next to their playroom. So, and they will go to sleep with it on Cartoon Channel or Netflix or something. If he's trying to communicate, which is what's going on, someone's trying to communicate with me again, and I can feel it. You can feel their energy signature. Mine with a couple of the people that communicate with me. One of them, I feel it like up here, it gets tingly, but all around my head. And Derek, when he shows up, I feel it straight up my spine, like a, and I know he's trying to get my attention. So, uh, it's interesting how they try to communicate. You can also get yes or no shut thing down and you and lock, and it has to be where there's no interference with wind or what, and it will sway whichever way. Like yes, usually with the pendulum, this is yes, that's no. Um, so with the flame, you can set your parameters and decide how you want it to go. This way, yes, no, whatever. And the flame, they'll use the flame to communicate with you. They use all kinds of stuff. I love communication with the other side. But they're talking about that CERN portal. It's funny because Derek had always said that was I always had eagle alone no trouble. Oh yeah, owls are good. Owls are psychic. Or whatever that you see that all year on tracks. Go. You'll be thinking about something. You mind, you know. Uh, but yeah, I love all that stuff. So, I was thinking about when he was telling me about CERN, and he said, "Do you think CERN is trying to open up some kind of portal?" Well, the research that's going around YouTube right now is that CERN is in, um, it's where Davos is. I can't remember exactly what city, but in the Bible, it talks about the city where Apatis was, um, and it's in Revelation, where Apatis was crucified. That's the city where Satan dwells. Well, that's where CERN is. And they say CERN is trying to open up a portal between the heavens and earth. And it's interesting because, we talked about that. He and I did. And then when he passed, he was telling me all this stuff. It's just weird. And I think that in some ways, I think he's right because he was standing there telling me, "Hey, Krista, um, things are going to start happening. More and more people are going to witness. The veil is lifting, and all. And the veil is lifting was a main thing because, hey, guess what? The veil is lifting, and people are seeing more and more what I see, or what I can see, or what other people like me can see. More and more people are witnessing it. So, I hope everybody had a good week. There's a cold going around. I got a little bit of it, but I don't get sick like I used to. Red Cardinals in Virginia, they just show up. Yep. Hey, you know what? They were talking about in East Palestine, Ohio, where that train wreck was. And then the governor said something about a plume was supposed to be in Huntington, West Virginia, my tri state area. But don't worry about it, he said. Don't worry about it. Hi, Diamond. How are you? But yeah, Cardinals are a good one. I love my cats. My cats always show me stuff. I can always pick up on an animal watching something, and then if I record in night vision wherever they're moving around, I see stuff. That's what I really want to get some recording this weekend. But all right, so yeah, I put it in the chat. But if anybody has any questions they want to ask, you can go ahead and put them in the chat. I got a couple of I handed out some wrenches so I can get some help when it starts going fast. Sometimes it goes fast, sometimes don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Ooh, hey, it could be either way, huh? Anyways, so you know what? I was reading in the Ascension Glossary the other day, and you know how they say that we have to give permission for them to torture us, like the elite and the powers that be? So consent actually starts in your brain. Consent starts when you agree, even if you're a head turner. So even if you're like, well, I don't agree with what's going on over here, so I'm just going to turn my head, not pay attention to it. You actually give consent. So when you think about it like that, that made me think. So if you allow any kind, even if you're not doing it, but someone else does, and you just turn your head on them, but you allow them in your life, you're allowing that negativity to come in, to seep in. I love the Ascension Glossary. It was talking about dimensional shifts, and like the dimensional shift, I've always equated it in between chakras. Like, yeah, I was on a different dimension before dead people started talking to me, and now a different dimension, you know. Okay, Diamond, I am going to ask that for you, dear. Hmm. Hang on. Okay, so you know what's funny? You said the manipulating part, and I could not stop thinking about how. Thank you, Diamond. I appreciate that. That's sweet. Well, I wanted to say I can't help but think about how you said that about the manipulating, and it makes me feel like that you already know that that is a part of her. You already know that she manipulates, and so that being said, I think that's part of it. And it's funny because the first card I pulled out was the Fool, and the Fool is in your current position. Not that you are a fool, but that you could be being fooled. And I feel like you need to check into it further. It also shows the Knight of Cups over top of that. This is an emotional thing, an emotional journey. And um, I feel like, well, you got the Two of Swords, which is That struggles between the two of you anyways. And so because of her, that's what I was trying to get at. Because of her already deciding how she feels about you in certain situations, then that's maybe clouding her judgment on your son, you know? It shows stabbing you in the back, or you feeling stabbed in the back, for one thing. And the star is trickery. So definitely check into it further. Look into it further. I think she's trying to manipulate you. I don't think it's as easy to take your child as she may want you to believe. Now, I know grandparents in most states have like the same rights. I know in the state of Ohio, if I had the money to go fight it, well, not fight it, but I would have a higher right to my grandchildren than, say, my grandchildren's dad, with my daughter. So, you got the dog ears. Aw. Hello, Ron. How are you? Yes. My dog does that too. My dog will come out and I'll be trying to get her to calm down, calm down, calm down. And finally she'll just sit there and then she starts looking like you can see her checking nothing out. Well, she sees it, I don't. And then the cats are real good at seeing stuff. They'll actually, if your cat is used to you, and this is how you know if you have an attachment or not to, your cat will hiss at you if the soul or spirit that's next to you isn't any good. Okay, let's see. Amara. I think I said that right. That's how. How are you? All right, Ron. If you have a question, if you want, you can go ahead and ask. That way, I can get you after Amara. All right. Uh, okay. You know what's interesting? The more I learn about the vibrations and frequencies, which I've always been good with feeling stuff, and that's a frequency. And energy, like I blow switches a lot. Um, I've lit light bulbs because of like high energy in my hand. So what I'm thinking with this is you're right that there are apps that can use sounds and tones. Some of them we can't hear. Sometimes, even in the visuals of what you're watching, you won't see it with the naked eye, but it is right. And so there are things like that that can be used to manipulate us. That is very, very true. And that's why I'm very into the couple videos I did about Apple and their technology. And I got to be careful on YouTube, though. They don't like us talking about use. So, yeah. And here's the thing. Sometimes when it comes to frequencies and stuff like that, you have to go with how it makes you feel. So when you're using it, how are you feeling? Is it draining you? Are your your feelings changing really quick from being in a good mood to not being in a good mood? Like if it changes something really fast, it's something that you should definitely check out. Not watch it anymore if it's affecting you. I always do this with music, like because we are what we eat. So even if it is a song on the radio, and it makes me feel a certain negative tone, I won't listen to it. It might be number one and everybody's listening to it, but I won't because I don't want to be manipulated. So I used to not be that way, but when I got woke up and your deceased husband is telling you this stuff, you're like, okay, I'm listening. So yeah. So okay, now Ron, you have a job, or let me read this now. Is a new job coming soon in the near future? Okay, I'm going to ask that for you. And the affirmations, you want to make sure it's positive tones. Also, it has something to other voices. Like you might be able to change the voice on the affirmations. That would be good. That's another thing you have to think about. Have you ever listened to someone sing and you're drawn to them? Like I was talking about with the music, but someone, with their raw voice. So our voices have tones. Yeah. Now, I'm going to go answer that, Ron. Sorry. Thinking about you and those numbers. All right. Mm. This is cool because it shows, yeah, you're going to hear something in about a week. You got the Ace of Wands that's right above your head. It also shows you're about to go into a new journey. It's the end of a cycle. It's probably the end of the cycle for you where you're waiting and things are hard right now and you're in between. That in between cycle, it's happened for you a lot. This is going to be um, ending the near of that cycle, and it shows finances after that money picking up financial gain. So definitely within a week. I'm not going to say it's going to be more than 7 days because it is upside down. So it should be within 7 days. So, and it does show up near you. So I got a yes on that. Okay. Okay. So Nicola, I miss her. Nicola Jackson. So I am good on the list. Thank you, Kelly. I'm so glad I handed out wrenches. I clicked, I got on the YouTube, you know, creator thing and left clicked on there and blocked that chick or thing bot. Okay, so Nicola, did I see, did, was there a question posed with Nicola? You can go ahead and ask and I'll answer. Yeah. Okay, I will ask that. Okay, so yes, Mara, I'm reading cards. I will get you on the list. Just ask your question. Um, I saw you in February. Right there, duh. Yes, I got a celebration of cups. Well, it's the three of cups. And that's a definite yes to. And it also shows the Fool, though, is showing up over top of the Eight of Cups. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, but definitely a yes. Oh, and then you got the Ace of Cups, which is love. Matters of the heart. It's not actually love, but it's matters of the heart. Do you, Christine? I think I gave you a wrench too. Okay, Mara, you can go ahead. Let's see. You can ask your question. I'm waiting for you. Yeah, because I think there was some other ones up there about like wanting to share feelings. So I'll have to go back on you guys, but that's why I like for you to ask your question that you want to ask in the, you know, and then once you ask it, like I move on. I move on to the next people. You're welcome, Christine. But like, whose reaction was you wanting to know? Yeah, it's Mara's turn now. Are you going to be with the person that you are thinking? Okay. Yes. The first part of the question, are you going to be with the person that you are thinking that you're going to be with? And that is yes. The Knight of Coins shows up for that person, but the Empress shows up, which is your thoughts. So you're definitely going to end up with that person. The Wheel of Fortune shows up. He shows up within like the next 3 or 4 weeks. Something happens there. It shows that's oh, well, relationship unity. My light isn't that good today, guys. I didn't charge it. I forgot. I was having so many other difficulties, but it does show, and the relationship shows up pretty strong. Like I seen, um, you guys are going to be together 10 months from now too. So that's the time frame I picked up was the next 10 months, and it shows you guys together. Oh no, I was doing Mara. Amara, I done yours, and I told you about the frequencies, right? Yeah, that's what your reading was. And then you wanted to know if, okay, you wanted to know how their reactions would be. That was the last part of your question. I didn't answer that. See, because, like I had said, I move on fast. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'll ask that for you real quick. But I try to move, because they ask them so fast. Because I wasn't trying to leave you out or anything. Their reactions. There you go. Welcome. I want to say their reactions, okay, because what it shows is this card. It's like maybe wanting to use the opportunity to deceive you, maybe thinking you wouldn't know, something like that. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, Nicola, you guys definitely, he calls them February. You get back together, is what it showed. Okay, so does your job have access to personal non work email? That's pure golden, right? And Amara, you got me confused. Went through a couple other readings and now I don't know where you are. Okay, so yes, what did you ask about? Okay, I think I did miss you. If not, I mean, if I didn't, I'm going to do it again. But I have to go back after that to the last person. Okay, guess this is what I'm picking up for you. There shows movement. So if that helps, it shows movement and you two end up working things out. I don't understand what you mean if something is going to be canceled. I kind of need more words there, but it's okay, Kelly. You didn't do it. I messed up somehow. Um, I believe I got messed up between Amara and okay, Amara. Let me answer Pure Golden real quick, and then I'll go back to you, Amara, and we'll start over, I guess. No, they're saying as far now. Listen, this could have been before, but as of now, they do not have access to personal emails. It's showing a definite no. The death card is what shows up for that. That's a definite no. They don't. But the cards that showed up before that was the King of Swords and the King of Coins, and it showed the Seven of Swords. Like they did have access at a time, and I think to cover their butts, they don't now. So no, they're not mad at your success. They what they get mad about is you asked if you are being manipulated through frequencies and sounds. I said yes. You asked if they will find out. I said yes. You asked what their reactions would be. It was shock. So they're not mad, but shock definitely shows up. So, oh, oh yeah, you said she could come before you. If you want to go ahead and ask your question, I will get it ready. Yeah, I think we might have got mixed mixed it in with other ones because sometimes they go fast. Like they ask their questions and it goes fast. Okay. I'm sorry, Amara. Okay, so in love, is there an ex or someone new? Good question. I'm asking all that. It's really important. Woo. The moon is upside down. That's new. It's new love. I'm going with new love because if it would be right side up, that would be illusions, meaning someone from the past trying to deceive you. You know, it's saying, "Oh, I changed. Everything will be different now." Don't believe that stuff. Somebody new, definite yes, and it shows. I was trying to get a time frame for you, but I got 4 weeks, like the 4 ones, which is unity. That's a relationship. So you definitely have someone showing up. Pure golden. I did yours, didn't I? Yeah. Did they download your personal documents and information? Let me see now. Now the rest of it comes because that explains why I feel like that they just stopped that. All right, let me just think about that and ask that. I'm gonna come back on, guys. Um, Tuesday of this week. I missed last Tuesday because of technical difficulties. My computer was stupid. It got stupid. Did they get your personal info? I think this is big. This is big, big, big. There's not very many good cards around this situation, and I'm going to go with yes, that they did. But I feel like it's something that where even if it's something that could potentially be used against you, they're going to have a hard time using it against you because it's your personal email. So that's a problem unless you've signed something. But still, it's hard to get stuff like that. Well, unless you sign something agreeing that you would do personal things on company time. Still doesn't give them the right to access that stuff, though. Okay, Mara. Okay. La 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 la. Hey, hey, you know that song, "Spirit in the Sky"? I got that song stuck in my head all morning, guys. I'm glad it's not there now, but well, I tried to just put it back in, but the kids had never heard it before, so I thought it was kind of funny. Okay, let's see. Tomorrow you do end up getting together with that guy. Getting married is what showed up the first time. It was unity. That's what happens in the next 10 months. Remember, I had said something happens. It's a 10-month time thing. Okay, so yeah, you guys are going to end up together. Okay, so Pure Golden said, please, one last one. Is that what you said? Please. Yeah, because you know what, Pure, I'm definitely into your question. It's funny because the way you asked it the first time and the way I got that answer, I knew something was not right. I'm gonna ask it about that and get a yes or no. I hope I get a yes. Hey, you got a lot of good coins around it, and the sun shows up, which amplifies it, and it also shows charity, which somebody will stand up and be on your side. So, I definitely think if you do take them to court, you will win. So, thank you, Kelly. You did good. do, 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 do. You're welcome. I can't believe that. I mean, I had that feeling when I read it. I was like, oh no, but they have been in your email before because the way the fool, loyal to Lauren. Why are you loyal to Lauren? No, I'm just kidding. Hi. You can ask your question, loyal to Lauren, and I will answer it for you the best I can. I'm thirsty. Yeah, we done pretty good. Karen. I have a cat named Karen, guys. I have so many questions here. Yeah, go ahead and ask Loyal. I'm ready for you anytime. Okay. Okay. I will ask. Sometimes you need reassurance. It's okay. All right, let's check it out. Okay, so communication is showing up, and it's a definite yes. He wants you to contact him, or he's okay with communication either way. All right. So, and I mean, that's the main thing I'm getting. He's okay with communicating. He's thought about it. It also shows if this helps, like whatever situation happened, it shows things are smooth. Like he's not worried so much about it. The pasture's cleared. See, it shows the clearing. So everything's okay. I would definitely check it out. Okay, I will ask that, Mara. You're welcome, Loyal. I think I checked out your channel last week. Okay, so Mara, your third question will be the last one. I wanna get I'm gonna have to get off here and get dinner ready soon, but I will be back Tuesday. Tuesdays are really good too, guys. I'll go ahead and put it up when I get done this evening. So now You do have the Three of Swords showing up, which is being hurt from different directions, heartache. From someone from the past. So, yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to be able to be avoided if you guys do work it out and he was his friend because they're going to talk at one point, anyways. So, but he's not going to like it. So, your ex definitely will have something to say about it. I don't know. I mean, I do know. That's what the card said. I was just saying I don't know. Well, so has anybody gotten any winter weather, any snow or anything? It's tried to snow here a couple times. It just hasn't done it. But I think we're going to be all right. You guys are welcome. I love these readings. Today didn't seem to be as fast as Tuesdays are, but that's okay. I think last week I did Sunday. You have a nice day, Tugus. I'm so glad that you came. Well, guys, I'm going to get ready and hop off here and cook dinner for my fabulous family. And I'll give you a call here after dinner, Kelly. And you guys have a good evening. And remember, the reason someone believes in good people. I will see you later.